Hey, what's crack-a-lackin', fellas? It is the 23rd of March. Mustache Matt Ryan here. This is the DFS 5-pack. We are here to do a drafters draft with our customers. We're going to be 8 deep today. Now, if you look below, there is a link to our drafters Facebook group. Please, 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 if you ever play on drafters, submit a request. I will approve you. Because what we do is we just say, like, hey, man, we're going to do a $10 NBA draft. 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central, who's in, and then we get a name of everybody who's playing, and then we rock and roll from there. Drafters is pretty freaking slick, so you can go in there and create your own contests, which is what we're going to do right now. We're going to roll NBA because, well, quite frankly, that's what we're talking about right here. And league name, DFS 5-pack. We have 8 people today. Buy in $10 American money. Should we do 2 winners or 3? 2.
Let's do 2 winners for 8 people.
Okay. So winner will get $51. Second place gets 22. All right, we can customize our roster positions. You can go standard, you can go deep. I love playing deep when I go play guys one-on-one on here, but that's not the situation. We are 8 deep. I was thinking 1 guard, 1 forward, 1 flex, and 1 of each position.
I'm about it. So it looks good to me. It's probably what I would do on this one, too.
Perfect. Submit it. Join it. Now I got to invite some of my friends. You guys could be some of my friends if you would just come on here and play.
I have the honor of being one of your friends, not only on drafters, but in real life as well.
See, you're a lucky man right there. Some would argue that. All right. Who else are we waiting for? It's tough today because you don't even know who like the number 1 pick is because we are sitting here waiting out the James Harden news.
Good call. I mean, where do you take Harden?
Man, probably like 6th.
Okay.
Because his upside's clearly number 1. But like, how can you, in good conscience, like take him over like a Jokic or a Westbrook or whatever, not knowing?
What's the line though? Like, I guess that's my question. Like, I agree with you, but like, what about Beal?
That's a tough call right there. Because I mean, I look at like Harden is probably a good bet for 20 more points than Beal if he plays.
Right. So
I don't have a good answer for you. I'm not gonna.
Fair
Let's
enough.
see if I'm missing anybody. Spencer, Monks, Casey, Daniel Allen, Cora, Bellman, Sean. We'll give these guys a minute. Who would you take with the number 1 pick?
I mean, Westbrook or Yoke. I think Westbrook.
I can get on board with that. I can absolutely get on board with that. Anybody here we're still waiting for? No real big news has come out in the world of DFS since we kind of started talking about this stuff this morning. So we'd give you guys some updates, but not a lot has changed quite yet.
We're only waiting for 1 more now.
Are we? Okay, who is it?
I don't know exactly who's all in the draft, so.
We are waiting on Daniel Allen, and sometimes he's the last one because he volunteers to play, but he's also trying to do, like, he's a personal trainer, so he's training people when he does this.
Understood.
All right, let's get this bad boy rolling. The name of the website, guys, it is Drafters. There's a couple other types of formats they have on here where you can, like, it's called like the rank them. They have like these GPPs too. If you play like in the Tuesday Slam, where you draft with a group of 3 other people, so they're 4-player drafts, and then because they're unique, they all get thrown into like the same GPP pool.
Yeah, I love that. Might do one tonight.
Yeah, me too. I've had a lot of. I put a little more action in here a lot of days just because it's much easier to control, right? It is tough. I get, man. Anybody who's struggling with FanDuel and DK right now, I get it.
No doubt about it.
So we'll give Danny a couple more minutes, and then I'll just invite everybody and see who shows up.
I have a feeling if you do that, he'll still be the one that joins it. It's that happened a couple times.
It has happened a couple times. You ain't wrong about that.
No big deal. I don't mind chatting with you.
Any sports bets you're really into today?
Nothing I'm really into today. How about you?
No, I haven't looked too closely yet. I know yesterday you were big on Houston. You're probably, like you said, you're just a little upset that you didn't pull the trigger on actually picking them to win. I picked them to cover, but I wish I had had a little more cojones and picked them to actually win that game because it wasn't like a plus of 315 or something.
Yeah, well, like I said, I did not place either wager at the beginning of the game, but then once I saw they were winning at halftime, I really liked them in the second half. So it was basically the same line, 8.5 and plus 300 money line. So I sprinkled a little bit on each.
Nice. Yeah, I wish, again, you kind of had me, you definitely talked me into them a little bit more, but I wasn't following all the wall minutes restriction stuff as closely as you were because I had a guest over last night. And I probably would have chickened out and not done it if I'd known all that.
Yeah, that's exactly why it kept me off at the beginning of the game. And then what was I going to say? Can't even remember. Slipped my mind.
All right, I'm giving him one more minute, and then I'm inviting everybody. And like we said, nope, there you go. Perfect.
Let's rock and roll.
All right. Well, it's funny that I said 7th with Harden because that's where I'm at.
Different spots for us today.
With you up near the front, I do seem to luck out and get closer to the front more than you do.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done a ton of these drafts. Like the sample size is still relatively small, but usually like these spots are reversed for us. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, today's a day where
man, I want Westbrook bad. That kind of is making me realize that I like him on DK because like I think he's the definite number one.
Yeah, I like these projections right here of Jokic and Westbrook. Those are my guys, but I don't like 7th today because I think there's a dip right around here, and that's where I'm stuck.
Well, let me ask you this: like, who do you go with at 3?
Assuming Jokic and Westbrook go 1-2.
Yeah,
Randall.
like I think you can make the case for Harden at 3.
Sure, absolutely. There's a reason he's projected for 5 more points than everybody. Man, if you like him, I can understand why anybody, if they really think he's going to play, puts him number 1.
I could not really take him over Jokic or Westbrook, who I think scored similar to him, and they're going to play tonight. So that's why I would definitely take one of them too. But I'm thinking about it because also in something like this, it's a winner take all basically. Like you get a little something per second. So
I mean, you're going for the gusto. I'm with you though. 1 or 2, I got Jokic and Westbrook, and then I can really start because I do think, like, I expect Randall and Vooch both to be right around their projections, right around 50 points. But I think there's a dip after that. I'm more worried about Dame today than you are. So you probably like him a little bit more in that top, tier than I do. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Here we go, guys. Best of luck to everybody, except for especially me.
Thanks, guys. We're not
Put
leaving.
the thumbs up.
Yep.
Who do you think Sakura takes? I'm going to guess. Well, I was going to say Jokic. Too late. And you're right now. You just got your fingers crossed that Spencer takes Harden.
Not going to happen.
I don't know. Maybe he's been busy at work all day and he thinks the questionable is maybe more like probable. Nope, you're right. You were right.
All right, man. This is a tough one because like I don't think I don't mind picking 7th because I don't think there's a dip. Like, I mean, I think there's a dip now, like after Harden or after those two guys.
I agree. I mean, I like the 1-2 picks here today.
I'm taking Harden.
Yeah, his upside is just higher than Vooch and Randall, no doubt. In Lillard for you.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not as much on Lillard anymore as I was like before we did our video. Well, obviously it was a tough decision. We talked about it before the draft started, but I just thought it was the time to do it.
Yeah, I don't like the 7th pick because for me, I think the drop from Vooch to Beal's real. God bless it. I don't even know who I like here. You know what? Give me Zion.
I respect that pick.
I thought about Simmons too. Yeah, there's a dip here for me. Bradley Beal. And then I'm going to take a Sixers guy. Just not sure which one because I have to see who he takes. Oh, he goes Butler, which leaves me to two Sixers guys. Whew! I'm going to take Ben Simmons.
Damn, you're usually a Tobias guy.
I'm going for the upside here today. I don't know what it is. I just feel like Simmons, we talked about it on this site. Like, I won't play Simmons on DK, but right here, we know that 55-point game is in there.
So why won't you play him on DK? Let me ask you that.
Because I can play whoever I want. Here, I'm stuck with the options that are left in me. Like, I would so much rather play Jokic, Westbrook, Harden, Randall, Vucevic.
Okay, I'm with that. Damn, I'm surprised you put Vooch in there, but I get that.
I like Vooch today. I don't love him, but I like him.
Definitely I wanted Ingram to fall to me.
Damn, he went Jamal Murray like right after me. I like the cojones of that.
Okay, I'm back on the clock. And this is definitely between two guys for me here.
Alfred Payton and Raul Neto.
No, Harris or Harrell.
Yeah.
I'm going Harris, even though the position matters, but I'm still going Harris.
Yeah. When is the trade deadline this week? Do you know?
I'm going to look it up right now. It's coming up like soon.
Yeah, I know it's over the next couple of days.
I don't think it's today. Maybe Thursday. I think it's Thursday.
It's Thursday too.
March 25th.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah. I don't know. The NBA trade deadline is kind of weak usually.
It can be. Like, I'm wondering, like, I'm looking at Aaron Gordon right there and thinking he might end up somewhere too. I know I've seen his name linked a lot the last couple days. I'm wondering, like, what he could do on a different team.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like he's got more trade value than he actually is, has performed in the NBA. We've seen flashes, but you know what I'm saying.
I completely understand.
Man, I hope Harrell falls because obviously I was thinking about taking him. Nice. Ooh, Wiggins like that pick too. Boy,
I know. I was kind of hoping because he wasn't up on the projections that he would slide because I was absolutely going there.
It's interesting that he's not up on the projections though.
Yeah, I don't. And I think that's one of the things I actually love about drafters is I don't always agree with their projections, but if you don't play on here a ton, you become a slave to it. I know I've made picks a ton of times where I'm like, dude, you forgot about somebody you liked way more, but just because their projections didn't have them.
I agree, but I'll say this, like, I don't usually look at any one projection and like as gospel, but like if a bunch of different projections, like, and drafters included in there, like don't like a guy, like I take notice of that or like a guy a lot. Like Kevin Porter Jr., I remember when he drafted like a week ago after his like one big game. He was way up there, if you remember.
Yep.
He balled.
Buck so hard, motherfuckers can't find me. Now I'm gonna have that Kanye Jay-Z song in my head. Ooh, McCollum. I like that pick too.
Who are you going for here?
Oh boy. I got small forward and forward taken care of, so I like that less. You know what? You know who's quietly playing very well for a while now? Evan Fournier.
Yeah, I get that. It sounded like you kind of liked him in the video.
Yeah, he's consistent. He's my kind of play. Like, I'll take some more upside guys later in the draft, but like I trust him more than I trust Jordan Poole.
I agree with that.
He's a better player than Jordan Poole, but I will give Jordan Poole his credit. He has played very well recently.
Well, he's a much more established veteran than Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
Like, we don't really know who Jordan Poole is. Like, but I mean, yeah, at this moment, like Fournier is the much better NBA player.
Like the Magic are that team that like you kind of feel like they have enough trade value right now on that team with like Vooch and Aaron Gordon. You wonder like when they're just going to blow this thing up.
Like they should blow it up. I don't. Vucevic's been there 10 years, which is crazy.
Jeez, really?
How nuts is that?
I'm going to continue to pound out this game, and I'm going to take my ever so consistent Will Barton.
You like this game?
I do. You know, you pointed this out earlier in the year, and I've watched it very closely since then. Denver is all offense and no defense.
Yeah.
And with the game in Orlando, like if this game gets lopsided, I'm screwed. Like you mentioned earlier today, they both play tomorrow. But I think game's going to be competitive.
I don't think you're going to see like on pay sites like DK. A lot of people like stack this game. I'll tell you that much.
Mm-mm. I also know these are teams with established pecking orders, right? Like it's Vucevic, Fournier, and Aaron Gordon, and then it's like Barton, Jamal Murray, and Jokic, and Michael Porter Jr. And Michael Porter Jr.
Sure, who's also being fine there.
Yep. Kuzma stuck around for a while.
That he did. I'm hesitant to go to Alonzo because I already have Harden.
Yeah.
Oh, sucks. Yeah, point guard really sucks though. I gotta take a chance on him. Oh, I don't think he's gonna go. Well, I hope you're right about this game.
Yeah, I like the Aaron Gordon pick.
I mean, he's certainly got upside, and I mean that's his. If you're liking this game, I like Aaron Gordon as a secondary piece from Orlando.
I like Fournier, Gordon, and Vucevic today. Denver is not a good defensive team. The loss of Jeremy Grant, the injury to Gary Harris, Paul Millsap aging, all their oh damn! I was hoping Joe Harris was going to fall.
Yeah, I get that.
Another thing that we bring up on this website is noticing where you're deficient at categories. And today, the strongest categories are usually point guard and center. Not today.
No, not today at all. I messed up there because I don't have a point guard yet. That's why I'm thinking about Alonzo.
Yeah, neither do I. Though I will say, this is one thing. Like, try not when you only have to go one deep.
Like, I know.
I'll just keep point guard to the end and just take that as your scrub.
But there's no one like
Eric Bledsoe, GOAT.
Man,
Caruso.
I'm just gonna hope Lonzo plays at this point. I think he's better than everyone on the board. I can always.
His upside's definitely better.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for sure.
And this is kind of now somewhere between a cash game and a GPP strategy. Like you're trying to go for it to get to the top, but you don't want all flyers. But like Lonzo's upside at the point guard position, I mean, who else is even close to him?
Right. I mean, I'm just worried because he didn't play last game.
Yeah.
You know who has not been great? Quickly.
No. Rookie Wall looks like.
And it's like Randall runs the show when he's starting with Randall.
No doubt. All right, Huggy Bear, who you got today? Oh, you son of a gun. That was my pick right there. I was definitely taking Milton for the point that you brought up, that point guard is weak.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where you go. You might end up with Quickly.
No, I'm taking Tyler Hero if I get the option because he's the one point guard I can actually trust to play a little bit.
I get
Eric
that.
Bledsoe is just awful. And Dragic is questionable too, so I'd kind of like it if he was out.
For Sheezy.
Or if somebody would just give me the good news that Harden's out, I would go grab Tyler Johnson right now.
You and me both, my friend.
All right, Tyler Hero. I don't like it. I don't like that game at all, but you ain't wrong. Point guard is weak as hell today.
Yep.
Center is not strong either. Like, so when I redo other drafts later today, like I'll make sure I take like centers and point guards pretty early on.
Yep.
Oof. She is ugly.
Interested to see where you go at center.
I'm probably just going to take Steven Adams right now.
Figure you'd say that.
He plays decent minutes. If the Lakers struggle offensively, he should at least get his rebounds.
For sure.
He's also a lot bigger than anybody else they're going to throw out there.
This is damn true.
So Adams is going to get me 28 points tonight on 22 rebounds and one tip back.
I was just about to take Hart. Damn.
So again, I just want to double up on that strategy, guys. Like a lot of times, if you're going to play for bigger money on here, do a smaller draft earlier in the day to get your bearings straight. Like I absolutely think not that we weren't already talking up Westbrook and everything up here, but like for me, taking a power forward with Zion, it makes me, or like putting Simmons as my point guard over small forward, because small forward is actually stronger today. As Fournier, Barton, here, those guys all had small forward eligibility. That's not usual, but that's the way today is. So starting off with a smaller draft and moving from there.
Great call. Because like me, it's the same thing with Harden. Oh man, I was about to think coverages too. Man, this is not falling in my favor. Oh God, I hate the options here.
Alex Len.
No. The answer is never Alex Len.
Fine.
Kelly Oubre.
Yeah. I didn't think it would happen, but I was considering him on my last pick. I just really wanted to get a center.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. So MVP odds, it's Jokic and Dame.
When's Embiid come back?
I think they're going to be careful with him, so it might be another 2 weeks at least. I don't really know for sure, though.
Yeah, I guess. I feel like Dame has a lot of the momentum.
Yeah. Let's see something here. Watching the up and down go. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be right. March 26th. LeBron. Nikola Jokic became the consensus MVP favorite across the books at an average odds of plus 100. James' odds have fallen to plus 500, still the second in the market as he's likely to return in 3 weeks to a month. Giannis may have the biggest winner as his odds have shortened down to plus 775.
Yeah, I get that. What about Harden?
I think too many people are holding the early portion of the year against him.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I don't know, though. Oh, so I need a guard. A flex. All right, I'll take a little protection if Harden's out. Take Tyler Johnson.
Yeah, the MVP is an interesting award because I mentioned this about Giannis like a week or two ago. Like his team has one of the better records in the NBA. He's like number 3 in points, like top 5 rebounds, like number 2 in PER and everything like that. But I still like looking his odds of winning like is next to 0 because he's faltered 2 years back to back in the playoffs, and he's won 2 years in a row. He would have to be so much better than Jokic or Dame to beat him, in my opinion.
I agree. Agree.
I'm not saying it's right, but it's also not right that LeBron only has 4 MVPs. It's just the nature of the way the award goes.
Yep.
All right, what do I need? A little bit of everything. All right, we're playing for upside now. I trust Nerlens Noel about 0 right there.
Yeah, especially with Robinson back.
I would like Terrence Ross if he was playing, but still nothing. All right, let's play for some random upside. Give me Jeff Green.
Yeah, I figured you were going to go there. I had a strong inclination.
Yeah, you know me. Plus matchup, no Kyrie, maybe no James Harden. Well,
Well,
this isn't.
I know you, and you also literally told me on our video that you like Jeff Green.
Yeah, that doesn't make it any harder to predict, right? All right, so this is another strategy for this website. I'm taking Terrence Ross right now, and if he doesn't play, because like I look at his upside as being as good as anybody else on the slate, a game that I kind of like a little bit, and if he's out, I don't think he's much worse than anybody else that's playing.
Right, like you can always whoever they'll swap in for you will be just fine.
Yeah, or if I actually remember to swap him myself, which I don't always.
Fair enough.
Who'd you take?
I haven't gone yet.
Or you're not up yet?
See, this is that usually you finish before me, or I finish before you because I'm picking after you.
All right, guys, don't forget also, it is 2 for Tuesday at the 5-pack. Buy a day pass today, and you can get tomorrow on the house.
Let's get it, man. Oh, God, the options here are pretty bad.
Yep.
Waterboy Tony Bradley.
And that's why, like, the guy who was right after me picked Dragic as well. Like, Dragic's upside is just better than most of the other guys going today. And if he's not out, so what? You go down a couple rankings to another guy. You weren't going to like whoever you picked anyway.
No, not about that. I mean, Carmelo, Eric Bledsoe.
Well, you did take Lonzo, right?
Yeah. So
I could see where Bledsoe it makes sense, and you just move him over your guard spot, and then you take the next guy after that.
that's all I needed after that.
All right. I don't know. All right, guys. It's Drafters. Promo code DFS 5-pack. Get in where you fit in and join the Facebook group so you can be part of our player pool. Friend request is on there. Let's rock and roll.
Thanks a lot, guys.